how I started a 7-figure business for under $100. Okay, I literally started this business for under $100 that has now afforded me my Lamborghini, my DeLorean, and a whole lot of other cool stuff where I could travel. I have freedom of location. I don't have to report to my office anymore like I did back in the day with AT&T, my Fortune 100. I can pretty much do what I want, when I want, and take as many vacations as I want, even though I work my ass off, and I'm actually working more than I was before, right? That's a little catch-22 when it comes to being your own boss, is you can't just walk away. I remember when I'd leave work at AT&T, at the end of the day or on the weekends, I would never think about work, ever, until I came back to the office. Whereas with your business, you're constantly thinking about it, ways to grow it, ways to expand it, ways to market it, constantly thinking about it. But regardless, I'm going to tell you in tonight's coaching video how I started my business for under $100 and it grew to millions. So, how did I do that? Well, to be honest with you, I started my business on my used $99 HP laptop that I got off of eBay back in 2011. Okay, I got this computer used because I didn't have the money to buy a new computer. And I just didn't have that much in my pocket anymore. I had pretty much used up most of my money in starting these other businesses, used up most of my savings that I earned in corporate America. And so I didn't have a whole lot at this time, and I needed a newer laptop, and I just went on eBay and I found one. It was, at the time, it wasn't that old. It was a couple years old. It was a 2008 or 9 model. It was an HP Pavilion. You guys remember the HP Pavilions? They used to sell those at Costco. It was an HP Pavilion, and it had enough memory, it had enough storage for me to start doing videos, right? Because that was I had started a few businesses before. I lost all my money. Big mistake. This is why I say, this is why I learned my lesson that it's not a good idea to start a business and take loans or venture capital money, VC money. You got to start small. And really, when I started this business, my whole thought process was like, okay, my ideas didn't work. I tried to start an online advertising company, a reputation management company, an SEO company. None of it was working. I was running out of money, and I finally said, you know what? I got to teach some pickup. I got to make some money, right? And because I didn't want to go back to work. Let me take some guys out down to Union Square and just charge them for the hour, which I started doing. And in the meantime, I was thinking, okay, I could upload some of my lessons to YouTube and do some videos and, try to get more subscribers, show myself cold approaching, doing infields. And that's what I did. This is before YouTube banned infield videos. They didn't do that until 2019. So they removed a lot of my infield videos. That's why when some guys asked, like, hey, what happened to the infields? They removed them. I was just happy that they didn't ban my channel. So they removed them, and any ones that were flagged, I went ahead and had to remove those myself because I did not want my channel to get deleted. So this was back in 2019 where they really started cracking down on this stuff. However, not to get off track, technically I started my business that grew to become very successful on this $99 used laptop that I got off eBay. And I started filming videos on it. And I created my own website at the time. At the time, I used a site called Wix, which I do not recommend using Wix today. I do not use Wix because I didn't know how to build my own website. So I went to Wix. It was kind of like a do-it-yourself, it was a platform where you could build a site, supposedly in minutes. It took me a few hours to figure it out. And I put up a very basic website. And I just started trying to get customers, right? And really my thought process was like, I'm going to try to get customers so I can take them out for cold approach. The light bulb didn't come until I had students that I was taking out going, hey, can you upload a video to this? I want to download it. Or can you create a program that I can listen to in my car? can you create something where I could study? I mean, I kept hearing the same thing over and over. I mean, that was the last thing I want to do, because I was like, ugh, it's going to take a lot of work, but I did it. Right? I sat down, I created a few programs based on what they were asking me for. I created some programs that are basically evergreen, right? I mean, I'm still selling the same program that I started with, because it's timeless, right? Pickup, cold approach, dating, that stuff is timeless. All the advice is timeless. So that's why we call it evergreen. It never goes out of style. So you guys in my program, you might see a younger version of me, because that's when I did the program. And I really sat down and really took my time with this to make sure that I gave a lot of value in these programs if I was going to charge for it. So that was another thing, is I don't like people being unhappy, so if I sell them something. So I wanted it to be good, right? And I just spoke from my heart, and I just, I just told you what I know about picking up girls and dating them. And, there's a lot of red pill. There was a lot of red pill vibe, to put it lightly, in these programs. And it separated me from other pickup artists. Also, I was teaching relationship game, whereas most PUAs, and I still do that today, most pickup artists, even to this day, the few that are still left out there, will come along and just teach you how to cold approach because they're naturals. I was always natural, right? But I've told you stories on my 33 Secrets channel where I've always been able to cold approach women, but there was a period where I couldn't hang on to them, right? Ex from 2006, my ex from 2000. I mean, women that I wanted things to work with, and I was just blue pill, right? So that's why I had to start injecting red pill content into my pickup content, right? And I'm probably the only pickup artist out there that has a red pill spin on what I teach you for meeting women. Also, when it comes to relationships, I mean, most of these PUAs never taught relationship game, whereas I had the experience to teach it because I was old enough and I went through a lot of pain and heartache. So my programs had what we call a UPC, a unique selling proposition. And that is something that you will need when you create your own business, right? You need a unique selling proposition that separates you from everybody else. Because back when I started, there were a whole lot of PUAs out there, right? There were a whole lot of pickup artists. But it didn't bother me because I knew I was good, right? I knew that, I didn't run across anybody who was better than me, not to sound arrogant. And I used to game with Mystery. You guys remember Mystery from the old VH1 pickup artist? I had students on that show that learned from me, that ended up on that show. And I also gamed with Matador, who was Mystery's wingman at the time, and also some guys that were in that book, The Game. So yeah, I had a lot of connection to the PUA community. I was on Fast Seduction back in the late 90s, already posting my infield, basically my infield stories and what was working, what wasn't. So I was heavily involved in the pickup community. So I knew the ins and outs of this industry and the art itself. So it made sense to kind of create a business from it, but it never dawned upon me because I was like, can I really create a business from this? I mean, guys just want to learn it. I charge them like $40-50 to take them out. I mean, now I charge thousands to take them out, right? But it's worth it. It's worth it. And I don't even have to do it anymore. I could easily freaking retire if I wanted to right now, but I like working. I do enjoy working. Even when I was at AT&T, I did enjoy working. It's just, I wanted to do something else. So I started this business on my $99 laptop, and I just started small and I just continued to grow. And that's really how you do it, right? I'm not a fan of creating like the next Google or the next Facebook. I don't like that, right? Because I started as a one-man show. Now I have employees, but I grew small and I learned how to build a business from scratch, really, like an online business from scratch. I had a physical business back in the 90s, right? I used to buy and sell cars. And even that was a one-man show, right? I just go into Auto Trader, I go into the Diablo dealer, I'd look in this magazine, I think it was called Auto Buys, or the Classifieds, the Sunday paper, and I look for people. I just basically look for people selling their cars where it was a good deal, and I knew I could turn and get more for the vehicle, right? And this is how I got good at buying and selling cars, And then I started to scale up to more luxury cars, right? I mean, even this Lamborghini I bought here, I could easily turn and flip this car for a quick $30,000 if I wanted to, right? It's a great value. So when it comes to starting your own business, yeah, I mean, you have to start small. A book that really helped me, two books that I'm going to recommend that you guys read that really just simplifies everything is The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. And I do know Tim Ferriss. I've met him. And it's an older book now. It's a little bit dated, but really it helps change your mindset. And it helps you to stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an entrepreneur. So The 4-Hour Workweek is one. The second book is called The $100 Startup. I kid you not, that's what it's called. I could have wrote that book. It's called The $100 Startup by Chris Guillebeau. And it just, I mean, that is probably the best read that you can possibly, best book, you know, that you could possibly pick up if you're looking to leave your 9-to-5 job, if you're looking to build a business, or even just a side gig, right? So many people are doing side gigs these days, especially with the economy right now. You can't rely on a job, man. They could fire you like that. You know, these companies don't care about you, you know, and I've been there. I have been there, man. However, as I was saying, you want to start small, right? You want to start these, what we call micro businesses. If you don't have any ideas right now, take 5 of your best ideas, throw it all up on the wall and see what sticks. Okay, don't fall in love with any one idea. That was the error that I made starting out. That's why I lost all of my savings that I made in corporate America trying these businesses online. I had no business being in. I didn't have any experience being in reputation management or SEO, or what was the other one I was doing? Reputation management, SEO, or online advertising. I had no business, right? Even though I did that at AT&T, it's like, it's different when you're doing it for yourself, right? But I had no business being in there because there were already bigger players, right? There were a lot bigger players who were already there, and I couldn't compete with them. And I proceeded to lose everything. And it wasn't until I got down to nothing and I was kind of just desperate. And I'm like, I have to start taking guys out to do some pickup, man, and just charge them a few bucks here and there to just get some money so I can eat, you know? And then that became the business. I mean, and it was something that I was already passionate about, something that I had a wealth of knowledge about that I could talk endlessly about. As you can see, I'm still here several years later, still talking about pickup. And it was something that I was truly one of the best at, right? And I don't say that, you know, arrogantly, but I think I've proved myself over the years. I'm like one of the best in the world at this. So, and it's to the point where, you know, sadly these days, not a whole lot of guys are learning pickup artistry and how to approach women when they should. They're stuck on the dating apps, dating these heifers and, you know, selling themselves short. Right? When I tell you the best way I mean, right now, funny enough, is the best time to be doing pickup because so many of these dudes are on dating apps, and so many women, like when you walk up to them in a Whole Foods or a grocery store or a Starbucks, they're blown away. Like, wow, is this guy really talking to me? I mean, it's so insane. It was so different like 10 years ago when everybody was doing it. You know, it was really saturated. That's when I jumped in the market, when it was like the most saturated with RSD and Street Attraction and, you know, Big Willie Style and all these other PUAs out there. That's when I jumped in, man. And it was crazy. But they're all gone. I'm still here, right? I outlasted all of them and I'm still here. I think it's just like me and Todd now, me and RSD Todd. And anybody new coming into this space just can't compete with us because we basically own the market share, right? Anybody who comes in, they come to me. I'm like we're like the McDonald's of pickup now. We just outlasted everybody. And it all started on my $99 used laptop. I kid you not. I used to place Craigslist ads offering to take people out. I mean, back in the day, I mean, that was free. I mean, even the advertising was free. But it all started there on this used laptop, and then creating a YouTube channel and uploading to YouTube. I mean, and I never did YouTube ad revenue, by the way. I didn't turn on my ad revenue probably till about 2019. That was when I finally just turned it on because I didn't want commercials in my in my videos, right? And then through a lot of pressure from other YouTubers, I finally turned it on, and yeah, it's fine. I mean, most guys don't mind it, but I never lived off my ad revenue. I still don't. I mean, it's just, you know, nice icing on the cake. But you have to find what you're passionate about. You have to find what inspires you, something you're good at. I always say it's something that you know you can compete with against other people who are really good at what you do, right? And then grow from there. Just start small and grow. Don't come in big like I tried to do and never throw money at the problem, by the way. You're not going to solve it that way. You have to think creatively. You have to think creatively. You have to think like a hustler. And I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'm not. Got really terrible grades in school. My brothers and sisters were all straight A students. I was like a disappointment because my grades were always like 2.0, 2.3. I did hit the honor roll once, right? That was hard, man. I just wasn't a big fan of school. I just wanted to get out there and, you know, start making money. All right, so in any case, that's my advice to you. If you have any more questions, drop your comments below. If you want me to do more business coaching or, you know, cover more topics when it comes to business advice, drop your comments below and let me know. I'm not selling a business program or anything like that. I will just, you know, at least not right now, but I'll just give you guys this advice for free as I, you know, and try to be as honest with you as possible. So yeah, drop your comments below if you have any questions about this, how to start your own business, and, you know, what to do, how to get started. It's a lot more simpler than you think. I mean, really, all you need is a product or service to sell and a way to get paid. Simple as that, right? Simple as that. So drop your comments below, guys. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets signing out here with the Lambo. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, smash that notification bell as well, so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe, so please subscribe to my channel. And if you guys want to support my work and all this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content I'm teaching you, and business advice I'm now teaching you, the best way to support me is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium AlphaMaleSecrets channel. Right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium AlphaMaleSecrets content from me, so take advantage of it. All you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.